Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Anna, and today I have the last of the shaker cards we made at class last weekend. We're using snow and snowflakes was our theme, and this cute little guy, isn't he adorable? And it's a half cut card. So let me show you what we used for this one. We used some balmy blue, which was cut at 8 7/8 by 4 1/4. And then I came in 5 1/2 and made the score. Then I have 3 pieces of Whisper White. Each one is cut 3 by 4. And I have another piece of Whisper White, which is cut 2 by 4. And I have another piece of scrap balmy blue that I made the frame from, and a piece of window sheet, and the window sheet is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, and all of these measurements will be on my blog. So the first thing I'm going to do is my die cutting, and what I'm going to do is take one of my 3 by 4 pieces of white, and using the layering ovals, I have the 2 largest ovals that nest. I'm going to use the smaller of the oval, and I'm going to cut a window out of the white. Then, using both of the ovals, the small and the large, and nesting them like this, I'm going to run it through my Big Shot, and I'm going to come out with this frame. I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with all my pieces. Here is my frame, and here is my all right, I guess they're both frames. Here's my top frame, and there is my accent frame. Okay, so now I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to bring in another one of the 3 by 4 Whisper Whites, and these are the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with a little pencil, I'm going to lightly mark 4 sides so that I know where I need to stamp my image. And from the Spirited Snowman, I'm using this snowman right here skating away. He is just too cute, isn't he? So with my black Memento ink, there it is, I'm going to ink him up, and I'm going to stamp him within those lines. Oh, my camera's in my way here. I'm hoping for the best here. Okay, and there he is. I think I got him in the right place. Now with my pencil, I'm going to come in and just erase those lines that were my guidelines. I'm going to color him in, and I'm going to use some Stampin' Write markers. I have Smoky Slate for the blades of his skates. I have So Saffron for his scarf and hat, along with some balmy blue, and then I'm going to use Mango Melody for his nose. Oh, and I also need black for his buttons. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to use basic black and crumb cake. I forgot to bring that one out too. And crumb cake. I'm going to use crumb cake for his arms. Well, I guess I might as well start there. So here's my crumb cake, and I'm just going to outline and his little legs right there. Then I have my mango, and I'm going to do his nose. I'm going to keep his skates white, but I am going to color the blades in Smoky Slate. And then I'm going to use the black for his buttons. And then I'm going to just do his scarf, and I'm going to do that in balmy blue and So Saffron. I'm going to do the little blue stripes here, the little narrow stripes there in So Saffron. And then on his scarf, I'm just going to do every other chevron. And the thick side of the marker fits beautifully. It just makes it so easy to fill in a little spot. And then I'm going to come back in with my balmy blue. See how quick it goes? And there he goes. He's all colored. How quick and easy was that? And now I'm going to make my window sheet. So what I'm going to do is I have my Whisper White with the hole punched out, and with my snail I'm going to come around the edges of this, and I'm going to just attach some snail, and then I'm going to bring in my window sheet. Now remember, this was 3 by 4, and my window sheet is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I really couldn't make it much smaller than that, because then I would have a very, very small, a narrow border on either side, and that was cutting it a little close for me. I wanted to be able to put my window sheet down with enough confidence that it was all going to catch. So now to raise my window, I'm going to use the foam strips. These are adhesive strips. They come two sheets of these to a package, so you get 40 of these, and they peel so easily. And for most of the projects that I've made, you can see I only used one. So I'm going to just run this all the way around my oval, and I don't want it to be right on top of the opening there, because then you can see it, but I do want it close enough. Now I have a little hole right there, so I'm going to take another little piece that I have left over from another project, and I'm going to fill that in. And that's not a problem at all. The most important thing is that where your foam strip ends, it butts right up to the other piece. Otherwise, the foam that you put in, the snow that you put in, is going to have a place to, it's going to escape. So we don't want to do that. And now these 4 little corners here, I'm going to just take a couple pieces and just raise the corners so that they don't flop. This is a small enough window that you really don't have to have the corner pieces here, but it's a good idea so that it's nice and secure. Now don't use dimensionals, because dimensionals are not as, the height is not the same as the foam, and it won't sit right. So now I have my snowman and I have my window all set. The next thing I need to do is put in my snow, and I use the Melissa Francis Mica Flakes. This is 1 ounce, and I got this at on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive at all. Stampin' Up! Used to have it in, I forget if it was the holiday catalog last year or the year before, and I had some of that, and I used some of that as well. So I'm using a couple little scoops of that. Now I'm going to take off all of my backing on my foam, which is always the hardest part for me. Don't know why. And then I'm just going to peel this off. Now a tip is to run your finger along the inside here, just to remove any static and stickiness, so that your snowflakes won't attach to them. Now this is 3 by 4 and this is 3 by 4, which means you have to be really precise in when you're layering. However, if you miss, have no fear, you can just snip it off with your snips. Okay, and just run your finger along, and there it is. It's a perfect little packet. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. We now have our blue frame, and I'm going to take a I don't want that one. I'm going to take a glue pen. Oh, don't want that one either. Hold on. And I'm going to just run this along there. And attach it right over this opening. And push. Okay, I'm going to put that aside for a minute. Now I'm going to bring in my 2x4 piece of cardstock, and using the snowflake sentiments, this sentiment here, wishing you a season of joy, a season of cheer, but most of all a wonderful year, and these 3 snowflakes, I'm going to stamp them up in balmy blue. And I'm going to just stamp that towards the top of my piece of paper. Okay, beautiful. Now I have a little piece of ribbon. This is that 1/8 inch silver metallic. This has been discontinued and retired for so long, but it was on the clearance rack and I stocked up on it because I absolutely love it. And I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out. I just love it. So I'm going to tie a little knot. I had originally just done a plain strip here. One of the ladies at class yesterday or the other day did it in a knot, and I thought, oh, that looks nice. I'm going to incorporate that into my design. So I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the back, and then I'm going to just attach this. Not quite in the center there. I'm just going to move it a tiny bit. Oh, jeez, I'm having a difficult time here. Hold on one sec. Let me give myself some more snail. I think that's what my problem is. Just want to make sure my knot is in the center. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to attach this to my card. Now I've figured out my measurements so that I know if I have my card front folded and I take this piece and butt it up against that blue one there, I'm going to have a perfect border. And then when I take my other piece of 3x4 whisper white and put snail on the back of that, when I open this up, I can center that up, and it's also going to have a perfect border. Okay, so with the sentiment done and the inside done, I just want to erase a little bit of glue there. All I have to do is attach to my shaker. And I'm going to put snail on the back of my package and center that right in there. How quick and simple was that? And isn't he cute? So that, like I said, is the third card that we made with snowflakes. A little stuck in there. And if you have any questions at all about this project or any of the products I used, please contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. Thanks so much, and I hope you'll give these shaker cards a try, especially now around the holiday season where snowflakes and shaker cards made with snow are so perfect. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.